Hello again, welcome to today's attempt at a time guesser. We'll be given 5 photos and they test your history knowledge and your geography knowledge in this game, because for each photo you have to say where it was taken in the world, but also when it was taken. It could be any time between 1900 and yesterday. So let's see how we fare with today's set. I'm just going to move that up a little bit to get rid of the advert, and then we can begin. This is at some point when Sarkozy was the president of France, presumably. But I think that's the Afghanistani flag. I'm not convinced that this is in France. I think it's actually much more likely to be in, presumably, Afghanistan. So, when do I think it was taken? How long? He's not been Prime Minister for ages, has he? Because we had Mitterrand, I think we had Chirac, but I think Chirac might have been before Sarkozy. But I do think it was pretty recent. Let's just go 2013, is that crazy? I feel like I'm within a decade, so I should get a decent number of points. Now, whereabouts am I going to go? Let's just go in the capital, I guess. Of course, it could be anywhere, but I don't think there's any clues in the picture, so we'll go for Kabul and hope it's not in a completely different country. I was only 2 years off, and it was Libyan flag, not Afghanistani flag. That is very annoying. I did think it was weird that the Afghanistanis would be thanking Britain and France, but I obviously didn't think about it hard enough. That's frustrating. At least we got quite a few points for the year, but let's hope we do better on the other 4. Oh, I'm not sure we're going to. Well, okay, I'm going to get loads of points for the location, presumably. It's got to be near Balham in London. What on earth year do I think this was? I've got no idea what's going on in this photo. And there's not really that many clues. There's no cars or anything, or street lamps to tell me how long ago it was. What does that say? Something was established... No. I was hoping it would say it was established 1894 and then I'd know it was after that, but I already know it's after that, and I'm not sure that's what it says anyway. Okay, there's a taxi hire company, so this must be after taxis were a thing, so therefore cars would have been relatively common. I might just leave it at 1962, you know, because, again, I feel like I'm going to be within a couple of decades. Hopefully not a complete disaster. Now, how much do I have to zoom in before it shows me where Balham is? Because I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure it's... I was going to say I'm pretty sure it's South London, but now I'm thinking maybe I'm getting it confused with somewhere completely different. It's certainly not somewhere I've gone to regularly. Is it on the Northern Line? Or is it on... I think it might be on the Northern Line. Do I just need to zoom in far enough to see the Northern Line? Northern Line definitely goes through Barnet. How far do I have to zoom in before I can see the tube? There we go, there's Brent Cross. Golders Green. I'm not sure we've actually found the Northern Line. Swiss Cottage is on the Jubilee line. I'm not sure it's worth going to this much detail because I'm going to get quite a few points. I could just spend a bit more time looking at the map to try and find the exact location. Let's just go down here. I was 6 years off. It was a bit earlier and it was a bit further southwest. I said it was south originally. I just doubted myself. Near Clapham. Clapham and Balham, I should have known. Anyway, we still got quite a few points, so not a complete disaster, as I say quite often. This one, again, might be a complete disaster. What is going on here? Oliver something. That's a shop, maybe. It's English letters, though. That sounds Vietnamese. but it could be Malaysia or Thailand or some other part of that of the world. Although I feel like I don't know why most of those countries would be using English lettering. I think they've all got their own alphabets. When do I think this was? I've got no idea. Again, it's really difficult to tell. That guy's got a pretty expensive watch on, so I feel like it's going to be later than 1962 this time. Let's just go 77, sounds reasonable. Whereabouts in Asia do I want to plonk this X? What did I originally say? I originally said Vietnam. I don't think Cambodia or Thailand. Let's just go Malaysia. Malaysia and Singapore, I think, were colonised by Britain, so therefore they're more likely to have English lettering. So let's just go in Kuala Lumpur. Oh, it was Vietnam. I should just stick to my original thoughts always, shouldn't I? So annoying this game is, because I don't know anything about history or geography and it's a complete disaster all the time. Oh dear. 12 years off as well. It was earlier than I thought. Not brilliant. I'm sure you're beating me. Oh, this looks like another difficult one. Right. What's going on here? Is this Korea? I don't think these letters are Japanese or Chinese. I do think Korea is more likely. I've been to China and I've seen a lot of Japanese writing in books and things. So Korea is the one of those three that I'm least familiar with. But I do think it is Korea. And does that say 2020? Surely not. Maybe it just means it's house number 2020 or something. I've got no idea what's going on in this photo. I've got no idea what year it is. What's going on over here? I thought that might have been a QR code for a minute, which would obviously mean it must be more recent than the black and whiteness of the photo suggests, but it obviously isn't. I'm going to go a bit earlier than 1960, but not by much. And I am going to go South Korea. Let's just go in Seoul. Hopefully this will be better than my previous couple of guesses. Oh, it was 76. It was later. When I think it's earlier, it's later and vice versa. But at least I've got a bunch of points for the location. I've rescued myself a little bit. I can recognise Korean. Phew. Now, what next? This is the fifth and final one. I'm assuming that's a pun and it's going to be somewhere in Finland. Oh, it is. This is going to be the Wife Carrying Championship. So I've heard of this. I'm pretty sure that takes place in Finland. I don't know exactly where in Finland. Sonkajärvi or Sonkajärvi, presumably. Or Putalo. I think maybe Sonkajärvi is more likely to be the name of the location. Yes, Sonkajärven. When do I think this was? This could have been last week, it could have been last decade. I don't think it's massively old. Not sure it looks that recent though, I don't know. It's hard to tell with some of these photos. I'm going to go, I mean it could be 2024 easily, but let's just stick with 2006. Now, how far again do I have to zoom in before it tells me some useful looking Finnish place names? No, I need to zoom in a bit further than that. Surely it's got to be further south than that. Hopefully, I'm hoping to see a Sonkajärven appear somewhere. Otherwise I'm just going to have to go near Helsinki, because it could easily be a district of Helsinki. I don't think it is in Helsinki. I feel like I have heard of it and it's somewhere else, but I don't know where to go. I'm pretty sure it's Finland. Let's just go Helsinki. and hope. Oh, I got the year spot on! Wow, but it was much further north. I was in the right country. That is not as bad as some of my other guesses. We got over 9,000 points out of 10,000 for that one. So rescued a little bit of pride at the end, but that's still not a brilliant performance, but got over 2/3, which is more than I was expecting throughout most of that, and it's generally what I aim for. But yeah, there were some pretty bad guesses in there, but some pretty tough ones today. Bad guesses, bad guessing, bad guesser, definitely. How did you get on? Thank you for watching, and bye for now.